Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today we get to go to Range Rover. Finally have an appointment for them. We are going to actually stop by there. I had a long conversation, which I'll explain to you in the car, with the service manager about some issues when I dropped it off, about the check engine lights. Anyway, long story short, today I think we get some footage of the TRX and the Range Rover. I got my guy Pepe, who's running away from the camera right now, to help me bring that to Land Rover. And I think you guys will be surprised how fast this Range Rover is compared to the TRX. But first, let's get a cold start to show you the difference between the 6.2 and a 5.0, both supercharged engines. Both, well, one has a muffler, one has a resonator. So imagine that car straight piped. I think I've seen a few online, but it'd be ridiculous. All right, let's go. Little update on what happened actually with the Range Rover. Trying to summarize very fast. I took it to Land Rover, not too far, about half an hour from us, and we're going on vacation for 2 weeks. Dropped it off. You know, they've given plenty of time to do their yearly maintenance. There was a little, we thought it might have been a rodent or something. My wife uses the car every day, but we kept seeing like little pieces of, like, looks like feather, right? Coming out of the dash, the glove box. So, you know, I investigated, I cleaned it out. I don't know what it was, but then there was a smell like, oh, something's dead. So it's definitely like a chipmunk or a mouse or something. So we took it to them, explained that to them. They turned around and said, you know, we didn't do anything the 2 weeks while you're gone. I said, okay. They kind of try to say, oh, we called you, and they didn't, because if they would have called me, they would have left a voicemail. And they have a feature where they text, to, you know, to get your attention, to let you know what stuff's going on. So I never got any of that. Anyway, fine. The guy was kind of curt, you know, just trying to get it done. So they finally look at it after it was sitting for 2 weeks. We're coming home for vacation, so we're short a car, well, her car. We had other cars, obviously, but short her car. He says, hey, it's gonna take another day. It'll be done tomorrow. And every day, I was like, oh, it's gonna be done tomorrow. So I know it's the tech has a lot to do with it as well, but you can see my frustration. So, but it's whatever, right? So then they call and say, listen, there's wire damage, mouse through your wiring harness and all that. And I said, well, you know, I'm not a mechanic or a technician or anything like that, but I find it kind of interesting that, you know, nothing was wrong electronically with the vehicle, right? It's like there was nothing, no check engine lights, nothing. So, am I lucky? Is it true? I was in the car business for a while. So I said, you know what? You know, he was saying, hey, call your insurance so we can put a claim in. It's gonna be about $6,500 bucks. I'm just like, no, you know, I'm gonna skip that. So I get a bill for like $2,500 bucks. For the oil change, probably around a G note, which is fine. You know, it's a yearly thing, and whatever else they do, fine. But the other $1,500 bucks are stuff I never even, you know, asked for. But if the car needed it, if it didn't, whatever, it's done, fine. And then some of it was labor. Do I think I should have paid it because I waited for so long? Maybe a little discount. You know, the work was still done. Whatever. So, that being all said, about 2 weeks later, I get a check engine light. And it's never had a check engine light. So I'm like, you know, oh, let me back up. Sorry. We get the report back when I get the car, when I pay for it. In the report from the technician says, visually observed wires. I had to pull out, I can read it to you exactly what it said. No wire damage, right? No wire damage. That's what the report says. So this guy tells me there's wire damage. Now they're saying that there's no wire damage. Whatever. So a week later, I get the check engine light. I'm like, a little strange, but whatever. Fine. I go scan it. I had like a suspension code. I had something else. But, you know, there's things that come and go. Faults happen, whatever. So now, you know, we have the evap, and the least one I'm worried about is the evap. So maybe a gas cap light. She tells me that the gas cap light comes on once in a while. Fine. So fast forward, I finally have had time to drive it to Land Rover. I go there, express my frustrations with The sales guy, the guy that sold me the car, he put me in with the service department. By the way, the sales department is great. Like, they just really take care of you. They really listen, and they rolled out the red carpet when we bought it. Service department at that point in time wasn't. I was calling them, they weren't answering the phone. I was calling the dealership, getting transferred to the service department, and I just rang. And this happened multiple times. Anyway, there was this time I go there, there's a new service manager. She came over from Ferrari in Lebanon for like 9 years service. Her customer service was through the roof. She was very upset about the situation. She was very apologetic. Sat me in her office, asked how she could help. She said she's gonna straighten it out, you know, and I don't want anything. I don't want any money about it. I don't want, you know what I mean? I just don't want other people, because there's some other people in the waiting room also complaining about the same guy. You know what I mean? So we actually sat in the same room as the service, the guy, and he was like, no, there was wire damage, just said in the report. And I said, read it again, right in front of his boss. And then it says, no wire damage. He goes, oh, yeah, oh. But I'm not gonna blame the guy. The guy's been, you know, nice, whatever. Is he being probably fake? Absolutely, right? You know, he's just doing his job. Well, trying to, at least. But nothing, no ill feelings. I just, you know what I mean? It's your car. You spend a lot of money on the damn car, especially with maintenance, right? You want a luxury car, you're gonna pay for maintenance. So we're going to an appointment now to do a, I think it's a fog test on the evap system. And let's see how that goes. So we just made it to Land Rover. And Pepe, my guy, does not know how to roll start. I don't say race, I don't say the word race, but roll start. Doesn't get it. So I have to let him watch some YouTube videos in Mexico for him to understand how we do things, because that wasn't pretty. All right, continuing on, 5 days later, 6 days later, 5 or 6 days later, she is back. Long story short, I'm gonna post the pictures here, and here, and all here. Ooh, it's slow. Wonder if it's gonna be like that on the camera. They found a hole in the evap system in here that pretty much, there was a little baby mouse they found. It was dead inside the wheel well that was living there and died in there. So he had a nice, comfy life inside the wheel well of the Range. $1,200. They misquoted me. They didn't know that they had to drop the gas tank, the rear axle, the exhaust, and it was supposed to be a $3,000 job, $2,500, $3,000 job, and the tech misquoted me, or misquoted the rep. The rep called me and said, hey, this is what they told me. So they went and did it. It took about 5 days. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. I want to thank all my we're at 50 subscribers. I appreciate your dedication. Some of the comments, it was very small. I know I haven't been posting like I did right when I started. Just life, work, trying to juggle all those things. The holiday season is here. It's freaking cold out, so it's hard to do a lot of stuff right now. So I appreciate you guys, and don't forget to like. You know, the little like button helps. To subscribe, comments definitely help, and I promise we'll keep getting the content going. And I appreciate you guys. All right, till the next one. Bow.